Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Assassin's Creed Liberation. Picking up pretty much right where we left off. I say pretty much because obviously we're in the same spot, but I did go back into the building and futz around with the trade system again because we've unlocked a bunch of new places now. So now I've got them all going to make even more monies. But yeah, anyway, we are looking for the recruiter, and I think I may have. Yeah, not be hearing anything. There we go. I mean, it's fine for you guys. Although, no, I am hearing it. Okay, we're good. Just nobody's talking around here, which is weird. But anyway, yeah, we just made it back from Mexico. We're only missing one more Mayan statue, but we need a return to Mexico quest apparently to get that. And we're currently looking for a recruiter. He's recruiting people that are wearing Spanish uniforms and going into the bayou and causing problems, despite the fact that the Spanish are apparently assisting or making it easier to free slaves and whatnot. They didn't really go into too much detail about how. They're just like, yeah, it's easier now. Well, like I said, I don't know what all went into freeing a slave to begin with. So I mean, as far as I knew, they were just like, yeah, I bought you, you're mine now. Fucking do what I say. And then if they felt like it, they're like, ah, you're free now. Here you go. Oh, there he is. But I mean, you know, once again, I obviously didn't live back then, and very basic knowledge on the subject. So I think there was some paperwork involved with freeing slaves. Like they had like a thing that they carried, but then there was also black people who were never slaves, so I don't know if, like, I don't know. Maybe it was just like the ID cards in general. And just if you were a slave, you had to get you got an ID that, you know, didn't, or that specified that you weren't a slave, and then like the people who already weren't slaves just, you know, just had the ID for whatever, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. My knowledge is based a little bit on what I learned in school, but as I'm not American, only learned so much. And movies, basically, which honestly, the only one I can remember where a slave was freed was Django Unchained, which I feel isn't probably isn't the most accurate historically, but I'm pretty sure that like when he got freed, he had like the paper or whatever, right? That he like carried around to show that he was free. But once again, you know, it was like paper, so if he came across like somebody who is like, no, fuck you, they could just rip up the paper, and then it's like, all right, well now what, you know? Like I don't know how good record keeping was. If you had to like, if there was some place where like you registered in case something happened, so that like you could get another copy of your ID or anything. Like I don't know. I mean, odds are that did happen. That happens nowadays, but obviously we have like computer systems that make it easy.
Is prepared to be very generous.
That's so not Spanish accent.
Then you will join our cause? See. Stop her!
Get back here.
Hold still and take your beat.
Nope.
Oh no!
Now, I did check beforehand because I tried to turn into the lady because I figured that might be a easier way to find this guy. Couldn't. I could have changed into the assassin, which now I'm kind of wishing I had, but that would have made it harder to find him since, you know, guaranteed one notoriety. Good lord, this guy is fast. Okay. Wasn't supposed to catch him then. Alright, well that's fine. If I wasn't supposed to catch him, then who cares? I mean... Oh, get around. Yeah, should be. Let's see. Now, did that unlock any other missions around here? It did. There's a detective mission, which means there's a decent chance that other missions have unlocked as well. Alright, well let's go see what this is. Detective? I have no idea what that one's about, but since we're clear of notoriety, and this is obviously a slave one, so we'll do this one and then we'll switch into our other... Because like I said, there is a lot of things on my map right now in New Orleans, like a bunch of quests. There's no collectibles or anything, but there is a bunch of quests, so there's a decent chance that, you know, a bunch of stuff is unlocked now that we're back. And I just, you know, just not that much for the slave. Missing person, please help. Alright. Complete the mission in 60 seconds. Good lord. I'm not a fucking bloodhound. Like, come on. Also, I feel like if I start there and I can finish it in 60 seconds, they're not very missing, right? Like, I get that I'm an assassin with eagle vision, but like... Oh, look at that. I don't even know where the target is. There it is. Oh, right. Go. Okay. Well, also, this isn't a missing person, then. And you're telling me that nobody found him? Isn't there a dude, like, right next to me? Hey, we did it in 60 seconds. Yeah, look at there's that guy right there. Like, clearly people travel this way. And then the case. You know, it's weird. That one isn't showing up on here. Like, the first part of it did, but this one isn't for some... That's really fucking weird. Huh. Very, very weird, but whatever. Maybe they didn't bother because it's like, I mean, they'll just do it right away anyway, right? But I mean, by that logic, why put anything? Like, why put quests on there at all? Oh, I'm supposed to be tailing him, not confronting him. Slow down. Gotta slow my roll. Need to find out if he was working for someone or just a prick. Alright, there's no way that you fucking see me. I mean, even if you did, like, catch my arm or something, there's no way that that means anything to you. That's the issue with tailing in games, right? Like, in some games it makes sense that, like, you know, they turn around and they spot you because you're the only person there, so it's like, yeah, of course. They realize what you're doing. But then there's ones like this where it's like, where you're tailing them through a city or some other populated area. And it's like, they turn around and it's like, you. And it's like, why me? Like, look at all the people walking around. Especially when it's somebody like this, where it's like, they have no reason to know me. They have not seen me before. They don't know me. I picked up a missing persons poster from a bulletin board or whatever you want to call it. Like, there is zero reason this guy should be suspicious of me. And care that I'm around, you know? Like, especially when I'm dressed like this, like, you know, I'm in the slave, like, literally, why would he care? Oh, my. Somebody took him out now. Alright, do I gotta, like, climb up to... I mean, it must be up here, right? Yep. Hey, Hot Trail, that one is on here, though. Which is interesting. So the first quest is on here, the third quest is on here, but the second quest is not. I mean, there's that guy over there, but he's clearly not. Wait, what does it say? Follow the clues? But there are no clues currently. I mean, there's a dead guy in the street. That's a clue. There's a gun right here, but that doesn't really tell me anything besides somebody shot him. But, I mean, we already knew that. I mean, there is a soldier guy over here, but we don't really have a reason to suspect him, do we? There we go. Now, if the soldier guy would like to just fuck off, you know, that would be nice. No? Really? And let me guess, as I come up behind you, you're going to randomly decide to actually do your patrol? Let's just knock him out. You know, he's done nothing besides... Oh, fuck. Besides just kind of annoy me by not turning around. You know, to be fair, though, he's not doing his job. Pretty sure he's supposed to be patrolling, not just standing on a roof looking. So now, theoretically, right, if I go over here... Nope. Alright, well, that was... Alright. So you see how, like, I aimed at the thing that said, you know, left stick, A, and whatnot, and then I did that, and then she just jumped off in a different direction anyway? Oh, he's shooting at me now. Excuse me, sir. Use the hidden blade to kill my target. Alright. I shall try. Also, didn't he leave his gun at the crime scene? Like, we saw the gun there. Where the fuck did he get this one? You want to jump? Thanks. Like, why did he have another one? Oh, that was cool. Did like a little parkour there. Come on, you can do it. Catch up. Alright, look. You can't fault me for that one. I had the hidden blade up. I hit the assassinate button. It's not my fault she kicked them. Like how are you gonna penalize me for literally the character's decision? Like there was nothing I could do about that. I hit all the right buttons, and the game was just like, nah. Now, granted, if I wasn't holding right trigger, would she have kicked him? Yeah, maybe not. But, I mean, I am chasing him down. It is like a running segment. So, I mean, there is a decent chance that I'm going to be hitting. There we go. Like, that I'm going to be holding right trigger. When you are finished cleaning in New Orleans, come to the bayou. We'll gather near the deserted garden. We have the other witness. Hurry if you want to interrogate him, as we need to get rid of everything that could expose our plans. Stupid ships. Oh, look at that. We're right next to it, too. Just rip that off while we're here. Now, odds are that's it for the slave right now, so we will actually pop in here, because why not? Okay, so if they're only reaching Bridgetown, that means that they're not finished their route, whatever. Because that's not one of the locations I sent. Also, I still don't know what hat we unlocked. Oh, right, the smuggler's hat. Never mind. It just doesn't do anything. That's right. All right, let's check assassin. But we need to go outside to use the map for some reason. But there's a decent chance that we'll have assassin stuff to do, I think. Because, like, we may have actual assassination contracts to do. Maybe we should have done the lady first. We'll see what we got for this, and then we might pop back in and just switch to the lady. Yeah, so we do have contracts up there that we can do. Alright, so we got contracts that we can do, obviously. Let's switch to the lady, though, and see what we got for her. Because I highly doubt that the assassination contracts are going to be very interesting, but there's still side quests, so I'll still do them on camera. I know I did some other stuff, like the business rival stuff off camera, but which are basically the same as the assassinations, like, but still. Yeah, I guess I'll do them on camera. Because they won't take very long anyway. I mean, we might get through them in this part as well, depending on what the lady has. Because I'm not going to go to the bayou until they're done. So, oh yeah, as expected, the plot. And no business rivals, but that's fine. Nope, there it is. Oh. We know we can get our parasol out. Alright. Yeah, we'll do the issues. There's a few of them. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. Oh, don't know what the fuck that was. Caught in my throat. Anyway. Come on, get around the corner. Hello. Aveline, please meet me at the docks. It's urgent, Gerald. I don't. Who's Gerald? Gerald isn't the guy that works for us, right? Because if so, this letter's clearly not from him, considering that, you know, he misspelled it. Oh, also that says it's called Barely Made It, which is not what. Didn't the quest say the plot? Like, didn't the map icon say the plot when I went over it? Weird. Whatever. Let's get our hidden blades ready as well. Ambush. Yep. Go figure. Oh, and we just let them take us, eh? Alright. Leave the warehouse. How dare you kidnap a lady? Wait, there wasn't like some optional objective, was there? No, okay, it just says leave the warehouse. Oh my god. Oh, I recognize this. This is how Connor fights the bears. Of course, it doesn't take him as long, but he's also not wearing a dress. So, I mean, it's understandable. I also don't think this would keep that bear in there. Like, that's a big bear to be kept in by this very small gate. And it's a magic bear, too. Look, it's like partway through the wall. Alright, well, if I need to escape, let's go this way. There just seems to be less people. Alright, now that said barely made it, but I feel like we did fine. Yeah, it just says, so the plot must be like the overarching, whatever, quest chain name. And then like once we get there, it'll give us like the individual quest name, which is kind of a weird way to do it. Normally if they do, like I've seen games that do similar, but usually it would be like the plot, barely made it, or something, you know, just to indicate that it's part of the same chain, but still give you the actual quest name. Like this one, called Payback. My informants have located those responsible for the assault. You can find them near the old church. Be careful, Gerald. See, I knew the other one wasn't from him because it was misspelled. At least twice, I mean. I didn't care nearly enough to, like, go over every detail, but yeah, like, at least twice. It was misspelled. I mean, I'm just assuming that they're muggers, so they're gonna be in, like, the back alley, but... You know, that makes the most sense to me. Ha! No. Nope, get around the corner. Alright, well, not in the back alleys, which is a very much a surprise, if I'm being honest. Okay, so where the hell are you then? God, I hope it doesn't end up being me having to fight all of these fucking... There we go. Yeah, oh no. Look, there's a fight happening. Hey, look at that. The soldiers got rid of him for me. Wasn't that nice of them? I feel like they really didn't want you to just go in there and start slitting because, like, look at how much red is just along this one road. Like, why are there so many soldiers here? It's so weird. Just in, like, this one block is, like, fucking half the garrison. Like, oh, just ridiculous. Alright. And breadcrumbs. Aveline, you need more information and track down those who attacked you. You must go back to the place you were ambushed and search for more clues. Sincerely yours, Gerald. Alright. So, yeah, I watch a lot of anime. I talk about them sometimes. I feel like I haven't talked about any that I've watched recently in videos, and I think that's just because there isn't really, like, I've tried some new ones, and they're just kind of like, eh. Like, I tried watching one, is the new Saga. And the worst part about it, right, is like I don't watch them unless all the episodes are out, or I try not to watch them unless all the episodes are out, right? So, like, I waited for quite some time before they all come out, and then I watched like 4 episodes, and I was like, I don't care anymore, you know? And it's just very disappointing to, like, wait that long for something and then just be like, eh. You know, because it's like you waited that long and then it just wasn't worth it. and it's just such a shame. I can't really tell you why I didn't like it, because just like, I don't know. I feel like, well, for one thing I will say for it, like, because like that's the thing, right? Is like it had things that I liked, but like I don't know, just like I watched the 4 episodes and then the next day I went to watch more. I was just like, you know what? I don't care. But like one thing for it that I'll say it has going for it is it's one of the few shows. Let's see. The kidnappers were in the service of a notorious mercenary captain. He's currently aboard the Duchess and will sail on the Dawn Tide. All right. But yeah, it's like because I've seen a few shows now where it's like not I guess sent back in time. I was gonna say reincarnated, but no, sent back in time, right? After like a big event, and like it's like, oh, these people are still alive now, even though I watched them die and everything. And I feel like a lot of them don't very accurately don't react accurately enough for me to suddenly having people that they cared about who had died back in their life. And I feel like this one almost did it right. Because, like, dude wakes up, right? And then, like, the love of his life is the one waking him up. And she had died. Like, he had seen her die. Or found her dead body. In where, he was. So, and he has, I feel, a very reasonable reaction to it. He gets up, he hugs her, he's very emotional about it because it's like, oh, you were dead and everything, right? But then I keep getting stuck for some reason. But then, like, he basically gets over it, I feel, too quickly. Like, because then he sees, like, his best friend, who he didn't actually see die, because his friend lived up until, like, he was alive the last time he saw him. Like, it was one of those things where it's like, he was technically alive the last time he saw him, but he was definitely walking into his death, where it was like, oh yeah, here's, like, the 4 biggest bad guys that the Demon Lord's army has to offer. I'm gonna go and fight them while you go and deal with the Demon Lord. Like, that was his friend. Like, his friend went to deal with them. I feel like I can't loot him and remain undetected because these 2 dickheads are here. And he didn't, obviously didn't get up and hug that guy or anything, but it was like, oh, he's still alive too and everything, right? But then, like I said, like, his reaction for those 2 was, I felt was correct. Like I said, he was like very like happy to see, the love of his life is alive again. And his best friend was alive, and now technically, once again, he never saw him die, so that would have been a lot less emotional impact. As far as he knew, he was still alive fighting those guys before he got sent back in time. Like, he was apparently like this. He's apparently like the strongest motherfucker they know. Okay, so let's charm this guy.
Why did he die? I don't think that's why, señorita. I will remember you.
Will you?
I must be mistaken. Now stay out of my sight.
Okay, so let's just get this guy over here. Sorry, buddy, but it had to be done. It's unfortunate, but... And same with you. Maybe you 2 should have just left well enough alone. But anyway, to continue on. He then, and this is technically spoilers, but it's like in like the first 5 minutes of the first episode. So, your bear stunt was costly and disappointing. Do not fail me again, B. But then, like, he also his father, but it had like, it was like a very, like, oh, Dad's here too. So I have no idea whether or not, like, theoretically, his father would have been killed with the rest of them, and he just seemed to be like, yeah, I guess he's alive too. Like, it was a very weird moment. I don't know what the hell was up with that. But then, like, he goes and sees his mother, who guaranteed was dead. Like, once again, found her dead body when his whole fucking village got destroyed and burned to the ground by the demon lord guy, right? And just like, yeah, hi mom. Like, like I understand that like he had already figured out what had happened. He knew that she was going to be alive because it was like 3 years until all the bad shit went down. All of his personal bad shit, that is. Obviously, bad shit still went down other places. Um, but I just felt like he didn't quite have the proper reaction for that.
Bonjour, madame.
For his mother still being alive, like, I don't know. And then they have the thing where it's like he has like the love of his life. The girl there is like the handwriting matches. It seems that Boucher has been behind this plot all along. Recently, we noticed strange activity around his old warehouse. I'm certain you'll find him there. But his girl, his girlfriend there, skinny. Well, I say skinny girl, not fat, I guess. Not, you know, um, just for no reason whatsoever has super strength because of course she does. you know. But one thing I will say, another thing I will say about it, is I feel like they almost got the emotional
Care
impact
for a
of,
dance?
the people that he loved and cared about being alive again. They almost got that right. Um, but like when they oh right, but then like the thing that I feel like they did get right is like, okay, so what originally happened, in love with the girl, uh demon army comes, wipes out everyone, including his girl, the girl that he loved, parents everything right, goes on a journey for like a year, trains up, gets stronger, goes kills the demon lord, right? Like that's what happened. During that time, another girl enters the picture, joins him on his quest. I don't know how long he knew her for. About a year, I guess, would be correct because I mean he couldn't have known her for more than that at that point. Falls in love with, or they fall in love with each other, I guess. And he finds her again as well, almost immediately. Uh, like they leave their village, and literally she's in the first aid. Like he knew that she had been there at some point, but it just so happens to be. But apparently he didn't know that. Like he didn't go there knowing that she would be there. And now he has a thing, and I don't know how well it is because I stopped after 4 episodes, so like I don't know how much it is. From what I saw, they were doing all right with it, where it was like he now has two girls, both of whom he was in love with, and it's like, what do you do with that information? It's like I was in love with this girl, she died, and then I fell in love with this girl, and now they're both in front of me again, both alive. Now he did see the other girl die too. She died protecting him during the final fight against the demon lord guy that he killed. Um, so I mean, once again, not as emotional seeing her back, and I, you know, I honestly, I find it weird because like once again, he had seen her die, and realistically, he had seen her die like recently. So I'm not entirely sure what the reaction should have been, but I just kind of felt like, no, I don't want to take that route though. Can I take the other route? No? Alright, well then just go. Or you know what? Where else can I go? Nowhere to sell it. Alright. Actually, you know what? Yeah, go over to Seville. I'll work it the way I did it before. Um, but like I feel like his reaction for that because like she died in the middle of a fight, and like yes, it was most recently, so like theoretically that would increase the emotions when he saw her again, but at the same time, it was like she died like immediately before he got sent back in time, and I don't, and there was some time period or some amount of time, I don't know exactly how long, but I feel like it was at least like maybe a week or so, I don't know, but a reasonable amount of time, I would say, um, before he met her again after, so he would have known that she was alive and everything. Um, but I feel like he still like, and my issue with it, right, is that I feel like he had, it still wasn't a huge reaction, but I still feel like he had more of a reaction to her being alive than his mother, which I thought was weird. Um, but yeah, which I thought was weird. Um, he does keep, fucking up though. Like apparently elves in that world have not only names that they tell you, but they also have like true names that I don't like it because the elves themselves don't seem to be magical beings. But if you know their true name, you can like fucking mind control them basically. Like he fucked up and said her true name to her when he first found her. Um which, she's like, "How do you know my true name?" And then he said her name and told her to sleep and she just passed out. And it's like, you're telling me that, like, why? Like, like, like I said, they're not like spirits like in some, they're not like some kind of magical being. They just seem to be like alternate race. All right, delayed justice. Eliminate a new enemy recruit. My student, an important matter has come to my attention. A known criminal has arrived in New Orleans to join the ranks of the enemy. He has been promised protection and a new life here. Disguised as a noble, he awaits his first orders. This must not come to pass. Um, but yeah, he fucks up and says her true name there, and then they're having a conversation later because they go to the baths, and his
Yes.
first girlfriend. I don't really know how to differentiate them now because I don't remember what their names are. Otherwise, I'd just say their names. But like his first girlfriend notices that she has like a heart-shaped birthmark on her ass while they're in the bath, and they make some comment later, and he accidentally lets slip about the birth that he knows about the birthmark because she says something. He's like, "Oh, you mean the birthmark on her butt or something?" And she's like, and then she doesn't know what to do with that information because she knows that. Well, to be fair, he did make her pass out. He very well could have stripped her down, but as far as she knows, he's never seen her naked and would have no reason to know of said birthmark. Um, but like, yeah, like I said, I don't know. And then like they have gravity equipment that's basically, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, the weight training that they do, where it's like, oh, they're wearing like weighted clothes, but their weighted is just like magical equipment, so it's just like rings and a bracelet. Well, the main guy just wears two rings. And for some reason, they wear them both on the same hand, but you would think that if it's like some kind of gravity thing, they'd want to balance that out because if you're just wearing them on the same hand, granted, it's magic, so it just works, whatever, but just saying, you would think that you'd want that. Like, it just feels like if you had a piece of equipment that specifically raised your gravity and you put it on one side, that it would, like, I don't know, it just feels like it would be like it would unbalance you, even though I know it's magic and therefore would not. A new chance to disrupt the enemy has come. An informant is about to deliver important documents. The exchange will take place in New Orleans. Silence the participants as you see fit. Eliminate both guards simultaneously. All right. But yeah, and then like, his friend, acts like a slacker dude, but is apparently like the strongest motherfucker on the planet. And like, now this is a little bit more of a spoiler, so if you care about the show called New Saga, I'd stop listening and skip ahead maybe 5 minutes. He fucking kills 30 royal guards, like not just like regular guardsmen with like very little training, royal guards, and he literally wipes out 10 of them or 30 of them by himself. And it's like, I'm all for characters being like better than royal guards and that. Like, that's not my issue. My issue with it is that he wiped out 30 of them by himself. These are people theoretically meant to protect like the fucking like royalty and that, And you're telling me that one guy, like 30 of them, can't take out one guy no matter how fucking skilled he is? Because it's not like he was using magic. They were very specific about that he can't use magic. He has no magical ability. They were very specific about that. So it's like, are you kidding me? Ugh, this sucks because there's like no way to do this without getting detected. To kill them simultaneously anyway. Well, I guess there might be. Hang on. And then bam. Did it. And it's like, how are you gonna take out that many people? Because like, once again, royal guards have to have, you would assume, a very large amount of training. And like I said, I have nothing against somebody being able to defeat them. Like, just because they're royal guards doesn't mean that they're better than literally everybody else, Like, that they're, But just the fact that he took on 30 of them by himself is ridiculous. But yeah, I think the thing that really turned me off is like, so like he wants to become a hero so that he can warn everybody about the impending invasion because nobody would believe him right now because he's an absolute nobody. So he needs to gain enough influence in that. But like he rescues a princess. Okay, let's see. A courier will deliver goods to an enemy agent, follow him, and dispose of the enemy contact. So he rescues a princess that he knows is gonna die. He doesn't know that she's being assassinated. He just knows that she's gonna die. As far as he knew, it was an accident, right? But then, like, once it gets to that, like, it's like this whole plot, and like the guy who taught him how to fight is actually the bad guy, and all this and that, and it just, I don't know. I think it just, like, when they did that, it just seemed to me like they were going to be turning it into this thing where it's like everything's a twist, like everything's gonna have a twist, and it's just like, I don't care at that point. Like, I just lose interest. Because if nothing is what you show, like, if nothing that you show me is true, then why the fuck should I care about anything that you're showing me,
I pray they found a better life.
My target isn't far away. He's right there. And
That's what I
coming
heard.
this way. But yeah, like I can't stand shows where everything is a twist. Um, but anyway,
Other way out?
yeah,
A
that was the
woman.
last one I
Well,
tried
by
to watch. I
yourself,
did watch
surely.
one before that though, the Outcast restaurant for outcasts, Outcast restaurant, something. Those words are in the title anyway. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was nothing amazing by any means.
It ended me fun.
And there was definitely some stuff that was like, eh. But, you know, overall, I definitely enjoyed it. I am really using my poison a lot in this part. But yeah, that one was, oh, fuck me. It was another one of those, like,
Impossible.
kicked out of the hero's party, so going to do my own thing type ones, and this one just happened to, and this one went to start a restaurant, because he was a chef. He was a level 99 chef. And was apparently almost as strong as the level 99 hero class, you know, because that makes sense. Yeah, they don't explain it very well to justify that. Because like the way that they explain how the levels work is that uh, basically as you learn skills and master them, it increases your level. And like level 99 is effectively the most anyone gets. In very rare cases, people will manage to get to level 100, but nobody seems to know how they get to level 100. You do find out in the show, but I'm not going to spoil that. Because I would actually recommend watching this one. So like I don't. So like I don't know if that means that like once you reach level 99 or if it matters what skills you get, you know. So my student, I've been warned that a smuggler will be ambushed by the guards as he leaves the city. Stop the guards before they can execute their orders. But yeah, him and the hero were like the only two that were level 99 in the party. But the thing that annoyed me about this show, right? And it wasn't so much the show's, well, I mean, I guess it's kind of the show's fault or all the writers' fault, whoever wrote it. It's a very common trend in these ones, right, where it's like kicked out of the hero's party, yada yada, right? Is like, one, why is it that whenever somebody leaves the hero's party to go do their own thing, it's got to be that they've been kicked out because the hero is a massive asshole, you know? I think the best one that I've seen, and I use that term best for the heroes very lightly, or loosely, I guess, not lightly. Complete the mission in under 2 minutes. All right. Is oh, what the fuck was that one called? Shield hero. Nope. Tank. Oh, the strongest tank or something. That was it. The strongest tank.
I don't know who you are, but you don't scare me.
Because like, yeah, he gets kicked out because the hero is a big dick, but the hero comes back later, and you know, he isn't as much of a dick. He's still a little bit of a dick, but you know, a reasonable level of dickishness anyway. But like that's probably like the I would say like the best one when it comes to something like that, where it's like the hero's not a dick. But the other thing that annoys me is like this other person gets kicked out and everything and like the entire group just falls apart. Like it just and I don't just mean falls apart. I mean like becomes worthless. You know? Um and the best one of those that I've seen was actually banished from the heroes. I don't know that I'm gonna get this all completely correct because it's a long ass fucking title. But it was like banished from the hero's party.
If your purse is
Decide to live a slow life in the countryside or something. And that's because like when the main character of that one leaves, things do fall apart, but they don't like everybody is still capable fighters. They don't suddenly become worthless in every fucking respect. They just have issues with like getting food, dealing with the locals and that because that was everything that he did, right? And he was better at dealing with people and figuring out supply lines and stuff like that, you know. So it, you know, they were still a capable unit, just had a lot more hiccups now. Let's see. Enemy messengers are preparing to leave the city. They carry reports about Templar activities in New Orleans. Losing these documents will slow their operations in the region. But yeah, and it's just getting to be too many that I see that have that for a plot. And then it's always like some kind of support character who somehow ends up being stronger than the hero who's meant to save the world. Now, some of them try and explain it away. Like Beast Tamer, they try and explain it away where it's like there's actually two bloodlines, I guess, that can be heroes. One is literally just called Hero, and the other is the Beast Tamer. And theoretically, the Beast Tamer can be stronger than the actual hero because of the way the Beast Tamer abilities works and whatnot. Okay, so I need to kill him. And then I'm assuming because I need the reports that I also need to loot him. I don't really see that happening, if I'm being honest. He seems to be walking, oh, he's patrolling more or less between one massive group of guards and another slightly smaller group of guards. I'm going to see if I can change my... Why? Why is it desynchronized? He's right fucking there! Desynchronized. Bullshit. He was fucking literally 40 feet away. Like, could he have been closer? Sure. Could have been a hell of a lot further. He clearly wasn't going anywhere. But anyway. So, I mean, like, that one tries to explain it away at least, where it's like, technically there's two hero classes. It's just only one of them is actually called a hero. The other one, you know, because, like, their whole thing was that they can, that because of their bloodlines or something. I don't know that it was bloodlines, but I'm just going to say it was, because it's been a little while since I've watched the show. I do like it, though. And I do rewatch it, but it's just been a while since I've watched that one. Based on what I heard, though, it gets rather shit. Because it just, like, is constantly trying to do, like, the big emotional shit. And just, like, bad shit happening to people constantly. Alright, now that I'm over here, though, and I know where he is, are you going to let me change now, or are you going to still, like, fuck me? Okay. No, I can't switch while I'm in the mission. Go figure. Alright, so I'm just going to have to kill everyone here then. Like, there's no other way to do this. Because, like, theoretically I can poison them, but I mean... Well, let's just try this. It'll at least thin them out. But yeah, a lot of them just have like the other characters somehow be stronger. Once again, though, that banished from the hero's party to live a quiet life in the countryside or whatever, he doesn't end up stronger than the hero. I'll say once again. But once again, that's one where the entire party didn't immediately fall apart. Um, as soon as like the one guy left. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna have to fight everyone, and I seem to. Yeah, fuck off with your. Okay, you can't fucking slide across the ground like that. Okay, you want to actually fucking kill him? Thank you. Now turn around and deal with this that's coming up behind you. Eh, not really the one I wanted to, but... Oh, nice. I got one of like the actual stronger guys with that. It's always nice when they come at you two at a time. Can I kill that guy? I can. Okay, I definitely hit B, but whatever. And dead. Alright. Anyway. I got stuck there for some reason. But yeah, I would love to see one, and please leave a comment if you know one, where the main character leaves a party, not necessarily a hero's party, it can just be like a really strong party, because it's not always a hero's party. Like there was one I just watched, although, was he considered a hero? Scooped up by an S rank party or something was the name of it. I can't remember if he got kicked out of a hero's party, if it was just like a strong party. But either way, same diff. It's like always like the strongest party or the hero's party that they get kicked out of. But yeah, like they get kicked out of the party, but not because the main hero's a dick, not because they don't realize just how much that person is helping them or whatever. Just like they choose to leave. They get kicked out, but for like a reason that, like I said, that isn't the main character, or that the hero's a dickhead. Where it's like, look, you're great, we love having you here, but like you need to go and do something else or something, you know. It's like you're not, well, like for the one there that I just watched with like the chef guy, the Outcast restaurant, right? Like that one very easily could have been, we're kicking you out of the party not because we don't want you or anything, like you're great, but you would definitely, like, we can tell that you're not, that you would rather be doing something else. Like you would rather have a restaurant or something, you know, like give them another reason to have them leave the party, basically. And then, included in this magical anime that probably doesn't exist and never will, have the group that they leave still be, like I said, not be worthless. Like that would be fucking amazing. Like if you know any show like that,
Well,
please tell me about it.
Perhaps I could.
Nice. So I bribed him and then stole the money back. Alright. I mean, that is a thing you can do in most Assassin's Creed games where you can bribe people. I just wasn't sure that you would do it in this one. Because there's a couple that you can't do it either. But yeah, it's like, you know, because it's a very big try. It's, honestly, it may be equal, it may be gaining on fucking Reincarnation. I'm not gonna lie. Like, getting kicked out of the Heroes Party as the main event that kicks off the whole thing may be catching up to the Isekai, to the reincarnated in another world ones. Like, it seems to be anyway. I could be wrong, but just based on my own watch experience, It does seem to be happening a lot lately. I don't even care.
You just crossed the wrong man.
See, now what just happened there, right, is like two guys were attacking me at the same time. But they didn't both have the red triangle for some reason. Alright, that guy's not going to. So I didn't get to actually kill him. Like, these guys are attacking me and not giving me the counter opportunity. Really, dude? Also, wait, do I have the whip? I do. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, you can stop with your whole, like, woohoo thing. We get it. You did good. But yeah, it just seems weird how many of them there are like that. Infiltrate the barracks without being detected. Alright. Is this, like, still part of the same quest? That doesn't seem like it. Pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure that that's just, yeah, no mission objective. I was gonna say, that doesn't seem right. I do have a few other ones. A few other anime that I have on my watch list that are done now, or at least the first season are done, that I'm looking forward to starting, but we'll see.
For a price, perhaps
Like I said,
could.
I don't know. I feel like I've been having bad luck lately with them. And getting like a lot of either ones I don't finish or just don't really care for by the end of them. But I don't know. And you would think that it's because like, oh, they're too similar to each other. I feel like it's because they're just trying to be different. And and that wouldn't surprise me because like I'm on the fantasy writer subreddit all the time, and there's so many people that go on there, and it's like, I want to write this, but I don't just want to write this. I want it to be different. I want it to be unique. And it's like, then you don't want to write that. Like if you're saying I want to write this, but I don't want it to be like that, then you don't want it. Then that's not what you want to write, which is fine. But it's just like, don't try and be unique just to be unique. Be unique because like that's what you want to write, not just because you feel like you need to be different. Like a lot of these people are like, but like everybody does. It's like, yeah, because it's popular and that's what people like. But anyway, enough about that. Wow, so I had a whole, oh god, I think that was what, Borderlands, where I was talking about like fucking Pokemon or something. And then this one was all talking about anime, but it was all side quests. I mean, it's not like there was any story happening in this one. But anyway, I don't know if we'll go to the Bayou and see if there's any side quests there first, or if we'll do the main quest here, because I think we might go to the Bayou first and see if there's side quests there before continuing the main quest here, but I don't know. We'll see. But so yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time for more.